Good morning everybody, or good afternoon. No, it is in fact the afternoon. That's a brilliant first cock up for the video. Yeah, good afternoon everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel, and today I figured I'd have another look at the Begleitpanzer 57. I think I'm saying those the right way around. Or as it's more colloquially known amongst the community, the Begleitpanzer. This is armed with a 57mm Bofors automatic cannon, with 5 magazines of 24 shots each, and obviously the anti-tank guided missile as well. I do not remember the name of the missile, but I do know it's reasonably effective. It's not fantastic, but I know I featured this tank, or APC, it's not really a personnel carrier, let's just for the record say IFV, Infantry Fighting Vehicle, because it can't really carry crew, so yes, this thing was featured on my channel the other day, along with the Leopard A1A1. But I haven't given this thing much of a look in on my channel. I unlocked it, reviewed it, and then sort of left it in my hangar gathering dust. And that wasn't a particularly fair thing to do. And the one and only reason, to be honest, I haven't taken another look at it, is because it's not, in my opinion, a particularly easy vehicle to play. I have my reasons for this. The gun, though it's effective, the standard rounds you get are, in my opinion, the best. You do get APHE BC rounds that you can unlock, but they only have about 50mm of penetration, which at top tier is not great, even from the side. I mean, if you penetrate, you'll do a shitload of damage, but the chances of you penetrating are much lower. So I tend to stick with the standard rounds, which have around 147, I want to say, millimeters of penetration, although I think that may be at 10 meters. This thing is reasonably mobile, but not particularly fast, and yeah, I've yet to have a decent game in it. Like I said, the gun is not really my sort of playstyle usually, but in this game, I decided to more or less play it as a scout, thanks to the new scout mechanic, or reasonably new scout mechanic as of the most recent patch, and that really did help. I was using this vehicle to grind out my KPZ-70 because I actually have not unlocked it yet or bought it. Well, at least I hadn't when I played this match. I have now unlocked it, thankfully, after several months, but that will be coming up on the channel shortly once I've earned the money to buy and crew it. So keep an ear out for that. Naturally, as with the Vickers MBT, I'm a little bit late to the party on that one. I'm sorry about that, but I do try. And unlike a lot of the big YouTubers, I don't have the money to just throw at the game to immediately buy out whatever I want to show my viewers, you guys. So far in this match, we've gone near the top point, near the northern area of the map, and are basically, I'll be honest, hiding amongst the rocks, scouting any vehicles that we happen to see using our binoculars, without the need of poking our tank out and getting shot at, and shooting at the ones that we have the opportunity to do so. Unfortunately, that Object 906 got destroyed before I had the chance to mark him, otherwise that would have been a nice XP and credit bonus for me, but never mind, there'll always be another one. I was very concerned that my team was not going to pull through in this match. We only have one capture zone, and we have only had one capture zone for the majority of the game, up until this point in fact. But, spoiler alert, thankfully our team does pull through, which is a nice change of pace. In War Thunder, it's kind of hard to carry a match. Tanks, even the ones that have brilliant armor, are not impenetrable. And unlike Immortal tanks, you don't often find one player being able to carry a team to victory. It has been done, and it is possible, but it's by no means something that you should rely upon entirely. And I myself certainly know that I don't have the skill, nor the experience. Well, the experience maybe, I know what I should do, but whether I'm actually going to do it or not is another matter. Hindsight is a horrible mistress. Now, I've just seen a muzzle flash up on the hill over there. That, I believe, is a T-62, so we'll mark him for our team. And will get taken out shortly after, although unfortunately for me, not while I'm still spotting him. I do have a crack at him with the ATGM, but this was my first ATGM vehicle, by the way, and I still haven't gotten accustomed to them. It's not my favourite way of playing in the game, and all of a sudden a BTR 152 comes terrassing around the corner. He may have 14.5mm KPVT machine guns, but I have a 57mm Bofors, and that wins every single time. As I said toward the beginning of this video, this thing is reasonably mobile, but it's not what I would call fast. Much like with the Vicar, as I mentioned the other day, this thing has the ability to move around reasonably quickly as far as the whole traverse and the turret traverse goes, but the actual top speed itself and the acceleration is not fantastic, especially not when you're not driving on tarmac. There is something capping in C. I cannot quite see it yet, but in a short space of time he will reveal himself. There's a Leopard A1 moving onto the cap, and here he is. What is that? That is a T-44-100. Take out his loader, pummeling his turret here, swinging his gun around trying to look at me. Tries to back up, keeps shooting at him, set him on fire, take his engine out, take his transmission out. He is in a world of trouble. Now, if that Leopard doesn't kill him, I will most certainly finish him off. I tried to mark him, but unfortunately it doesn't work. I don't know why. I'm pretty certain there was enough of his turret sticking up from behind, I want to call it a wall. Yeah, let's call it a wall. There was enough of his turret sticking up from behind the wall to, in theory, have marked him. But, nevertheless, unfortunately, I don't manage to scout him, but I do get the assist. Bonus. During this quiet period, by the way, I want to mention, my brother decided to download Fortnite, I think that's what it's called, the Battle Royale game, onto my PS4 yesterday. So if any of you have any interest in that game, I'm considering taking a look at it. It will probably be a live comms recording, maybe several clips stitched together to make a video. If any of you would be interested in seeing that, let me know down in the comment section down below, or in the comment section on Reddit, or wherever else this video may end up. And if the response is positive enough, I may consider taking a look at it. It would be another nice change of pace from Dirt Rally and War Thunder, which is the games I mostly cover at the moment. So at this stage, our team is starting to claw it back slowly. We're retaking A, we've still got C, but B continues to elude us. I'm considering at this stage going over to B, but I've learnt my lesson through quite a few games that this thing, I think the best way to play it would be to hump, for lack of a better word, a cap zone. Just one cap zone. Find a good spot like I have in this game, sit on it, defend the cap zone if your team has already captured it, or make sure that no more enemy players get into the cap circle while your team try and take it. Of course, the only issue with this idea is that that's supposedly, depending on your team, to be, how do I put this, useful. Something that you can't always rely on a War Thunder team to be. So, yeah, these tanks do have their limitations. The BMP is very similar. It has the mobility and the speed, arguably on the speed side, to get into a good position, scout enemy targets, like I just did there. Thankfully that one rewarded me with some nice credits and experience. Scout enemy targets, and hold a zone for your team, assuming you already own the zone. Otherwise you're just stopping the enemy from getting any more players onto it. Again, this works in theory, but in practice it's kind of gauging on luck and how good your team is. Now, several of our tanks have decided to head over to B, and I decide this is the best time available to move. So onwards we go. As I said, this thing is not particularly fast. It will do about 40 kilometers an hour, give or take, even though it says on the stat card that it will do around 70. I've never hit 70 in this thing, even going downhill. The gear ratio seems slightly off, so when you're going down a hill, if you're in top gear, it's not a high enough gear setting to actually get the thing to go the speed that it claims on the stat card. Rule 1 of unlocking any vehicle in War Thunder, specifically ground vehicles in fact, don't believe everything you see on the stat card. Take it out for a test, take it out for a drive in the case of a tank, see how the thing handles, and use that as your personal opinion of whether it's the vehicle you want to go for next. The enemy team is pretty much finished at this point. It seems that my idea of holding a zone and not moving and allowing my team to sort of pull themselves back together and to press on with the match was a good idea. It means I've managed to maintain my life, which means I don't have to pay for a bloody repair cost. Thankfully this thing isn't that expensive to repair, but nevertheless, my only backup vehicle that would have been half worth bringing out was my Leopard A1, and I've only got Sable on that thing, so So now we're going to head over to B and capture that zone. Here we are at B. Help these guys take the zone. Extra credits and experience, which is nothing to be frowned upon. Crush a UAZ in the process, which is always amusing. The match pretty much finished here, so let's jump into the hangar, take a look at the results and see how well we did. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe for more, because it really does help out the channel. The subscriber count has been building steadily recently over the past few videos, and I couldn't thank you enough for that. 8,500 research, obviously because I had a talisman, and this match unlocked the brakes for my Begleitpanzer 57. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers!